Game one of the Eastern Conference Semis. Everything gets turned up a notch. Let's get to it here on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson. I've got Tim Legler and Grant Hill at the table with me, and Ali LaForce covering us courtside. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Maxey and Edgecombe man the backcourt. George and Embiid are up front, and it's Oubre in at the small forward position. And for the Knicks, Mikal Bridges is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then it's OG Anunoby. Then it's Josh Hart. And it's Towns in at the 5 spot. Taking a look at Philadelphia, they made it through the first round matchup, but this series should pose a greater challenge.
Yeah, they didn't have much time to celebrate. They know they come into this matchup as the underdog, and preparation has been the key for them leading up to this game. I mean, what do you expect when you give them the clear look? That's just too easy.
Well, the key is to take what the defense allows. That is smart basketball.
And it's Maxey missing. And so Anunoby will bring it up for the New York Knicks. Towns on a screen. And here's Brunson from the arc. On target from range.
Yeah, a dead-eye shooter. Don't expect Brunson to miss many of those.
Maxey against Brunson. Here's Edgecombe. Back to Oubre. And that one's good.
Got the ball right inside. Such a well-timed pass.
And here's New York now. It's a three-point game. Towns on a screen. Brunson passes to Towns. And he drops it in from the low post.
And he is a force. Such a huge presence inside for them.
George a screen on Bridges. And George with the basket on the assist from Edgecombe.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
That is a quality look. You can't do it much better than that.
Now here's Anunoby. And Tyrese Maxey gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
First quarter, just about 2 minutes in. Shot's good by Hart.
Talk about a fast start. 4 for 4 right out of the gate.
Maxey with it. George outside. Out to Oubre. Pass to Maxey. This one for 3. Fires in the triple.
And that's just another component of Maxey's game, spacing the floor.
Here's Brunson outside. Rebound by Philadelphia.
Just their first miss of the night. They've been aggressive, and they've been proficient.
Now Maxey. Outside Oubre. Pass to Edgecombe. 3 on the clock. From 20 feet. Towns with a rebound. The Knicks with the lead. Time now to hear from our reporter, Ali LaForce.
Earlier I spoke with Mike Brown. We talked about the strategy tonight, particularly against Joel Embiid. He said, quote, "I told my guys to get as physical as they want," adding, "He's not a guy you can guard gently. He demands that you get aggressive." Hopefully that assertive defense gets Coach the results he's looking for. Guys?
And Ali, thanks.
Yeah, just a drop in the bucket for PG-13. He will roast you from the corners if you let him.
Brunson on the drive. And it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
And we knew coming into this game, we expected him to be very involved early.
Here's Edgecombe. No points so far. Pass to Embiid. George outside. Lets the 3 fly. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Wow, that is just a beautiful shot. Embiid with great touch from distance.
Brunson finds Towns. New York working the ball around now. Hart from long range. It's hauled in by Oubre. The Sixers leading. A minute 37 left in the first quarter of the game. Pass to Maxey. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play. And let's take a moment. moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for Philadelphia.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
Another highlight for them has been their early ball movement, making quick, decisive passes to set up guys for great looks.
A new lineup here for New York.
And what I love about Tyrese Maxey, he's so good at just overwhelming you with energy. He puts the defense in a tough spot because of his relentless ability to push the pace.
And the Knicks getting another bucket.
Look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Now here's Maxey. He has 6. It's Walker on the wing. Drummond inside. Working on Robinson. Drummond passes to Watford. And the 3 off target.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Here's Sohan. Out of bounds. It'll be Philadelphia's ball.
Hard passing the rock. It's calculating risk and reward. I don't think that was a great decision.
Karl Anthony Towns has checked in for Sohan. Philadelphia leading by 3. 32 seconds left to play in the first. Grimes, the pass to Watford. And here's Walker, covered by Towns. Watford with a screen. Here's Walker. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
That's very smart use of the screen, and it sets up a very close look.
Here's McBride. Gets the 3 ball to go. McBride's got his second bucket of the night.
Both teams are hot. Woo! This is a fun one to watch.
Yeah, both ways. We're seeing a nice rhythm offensively. Now let's see which team can come up with some stops.
A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Sixers ahead. They're up by 2. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. Happy to have you back with us for the Eastern Conference semifinals on 2K Sports. And looking at what we've seen from Philadelphia, what do you guys think?
Well, it's simple. I mean, they started off strong, and they've been hot from beyond the arc since the get-go.
When you spread the floor and force defenses to close out to the three-point line, it's going to create driving lanes.
Mitchell Robinson is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then there's Miles McBride. Then there's Jose Alvarado. And it's Shannon in at the small forward. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Knocked loose. Alvarado pass to Shannon. That evens the score.
Well, he's a guy they look to go to, and now you see why.
Philadelphia's gone 3 of 5 from the perimeter in this game. And here's Maxey. He has 6. Uses the glass on the layup. Maxey's got 8.
Yeah, the defense made it easy that time for Maxey. You can't give him those kind of looks in the paint.
Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. It's stolen by Drummond. Here's Grimes. Drummond. And Drummond with the jam.
And this is something he does all too well. Great position for the putback there.
And I like how he doesn't think twice about passing it out. Just going right for the slam.
Well, defensively, you've got to put a body on him. That guy will ruin you on the offensive glass.
The defense really fell apart there. You can't afford to leave him all alone at the arc.
New York making a switch here. Brunson's checked in. Philadelphia also making some changes. Embiid comes in for Drummond. And it's Edwards in for Watford. Robinson against Embiid. Outside Maxey. Oh, and Towns with the block.
Yeah, good to see Towns being engaged on defense. Just great timing to come up with the rejection.
And it's New York scoring again.
Looking for a little extra style points right there with the fadeaway.
Now Maxey. Give him 8 points now. 19-footer. And the shot falls short that time.
That's gotta frustrate him. He knows he should have made that one.
Well, that happens sometime. Nothing is guaranteed in this league.
Oh, swiped away. Going inside. Good. The assist goes to Edwards. Maxi's got 4 points this quarter.
And force feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Out left to the wing. Downs against Walker. Crafty move. Cat doing what he does.
This game has been like a seesaw. Both teams going back and forth at one another.
We see this in the NBA all the time. It is very difficult to keep a lead in this league.
Embiid passes to Grimes. Embiid, a screen on Brunson. A clear look for Embiid. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it. It's good. Embiid's got 5 points.
Well, Embiid pretty much has the green light to take any kind of shot, including off the catch.
Pass to Towns. And the call will be against Jabari Walker. That's his first foul of the game. And some changes here for New York. Anunoby comes in for McBride, and it's Bridges in for Alvarado. Philadelphia also making some changes. George, he's checked in for Walker. Oubre comes in for Edwards. And it's Edgecombe in for Tyrese Maxey.
Well, if you work the ball inside, it is going to pay dividends.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Man, I'll say this. I mean, the mid-range jumper has been a huge weapon for them offensively. Just tremendous so far.
And what about the collective effort so far from distance? Their shooters have been on point there.
Oubre passes to George. From downtown. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Bridges outside. Anunoby on the wing. He's covered by Oubre. Takes a step back. Hart from behind the arc. Anunoby can't get it to go.
Great job on the closeout and taking away space against a good shooter.
Pass to Embiid. Defensively by Robinson. Now here's Bridges. Not a lot of room. Outside Brunson. Over Edgecombe. New York, no good that time either.
What a great look, but an even better contest. That's how you shut down the painted area.
Outside Oubre. George outside. Over Hart. Philadelphia with another miss.
He typically dominates that area of the floor. It just didn't drop.
Pass to Brunson. Back to Anunoby. And he goes in for the dunk.
Just leaping up to the rim, no one could get in Anunoby's way.
76ers trail by 3. And we've got 28 seconds left to play in the second quarter. And here's Oubre from the arc. And it's Brunson with the rebound. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. Both teams deciding to change it up.
13. Substitution on the court.
Beyond the arc. Unable to get that one. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Knicks out in front. They lead by 3. Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Carl, you were able to build the lead, but what's the key to maintaining it or even increasing it going forward?
I mean, don't change what we're doing. So stay together, keep passing the ball, keep playing great defense, and just keep making them think and make decisions, especially the difficult ones.
Consistency is a beautiful thing. Thanks, Carl.
Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be right back to begin the third quarter right after this.
Welcome, everybody, to our Game 1 coverage. It's a tight one indeed for the New York Knicks.
The front office made it a priority to lengthen the bench, and you're seeing those returns tonight.
Yeah, this is a team that can throw a lot of fresh bodies at you. And looking at where the Knicks stand in this series, I'm curious. You guys both played in a lot of playoff games. What's a game one like?
To me, it's the most important game of the series. A chance to come out strong, set the tone, Ernie, like getting everyone on notice. And game ones are really the best chance for the underdog to sneak in and steal a win.
Yeah, you say that, Kenny, because you're the underdog around here. You better not be stealing nothing away from me. Stay away from my snacks. I'm the out.
Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
And welcome back, folks, for more Eastern Conference semifinal action. Without question, Tyrese Maxey displaying all his skills today.
Yeah, we had a feeling he'd step up in this one. So far, playing at the top of his game when they really need him.
Well, this is what he does. When the stage is biggest, he runs to the light.
Second half underway. Here's who Nick Nurse has got on the floor. George and Embiid are up front. Maxey and Edgecombe man the backcourt. And it's Oubre in at the 3, the small forward. Puts it up from 12. The shot by Towns, no good. 76ers trail by 3. To the middle. Here's George. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass. George has got 7 points in the game.
Getting it done inside. You know, I love seeing George be active on the interior.
Embiid against Towns. Soft touch off the glass. Give him 8 points now.
And a big reason they have this lead is the way he's shooting the ball.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. Maxey, that's good.
And you've seen Maxey elevate his game every single year. He has now turned into one of the game's premier scorers.
Brunson banked it in off the glass. Brunson's got his third basket on the night right there.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Well, getting a high percentage look right out of the locker room to start the second half. Exactly what they were looking for.
Pass to George. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots over Hart. George, no good. Knicks leading by 3. Down low. The kick out to Brunson. And Tyrese Maxey gets the whistle that time. That'll be a second foul of the game.
No foul. First team foul.
Bridges outside. To the inside. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, George with a steal.
And his active hands right there prevented that entry pass.
Oubre finds George. Back to Oubre. Stolen by Anunoby. Bridges against Maxey. Fades back. And it comes off the front of the rim.
And I don't understand. Why is he going to the fadeaway? Just go straight up with it.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Philadelphia with another miss. New York leading by 3. Brunson surveys. Ooh, Brunson well covered.
You know, we've become accustomed to Brunson making tough shots just like that.
And now we're 3 minutes into the... George passes to Maxey. That's his 6th make in 11 tries.
Ooh, a high motor in close to the rim. Maxey finding a window and converting.
Outside Hart. Pass to Bridges. Anunoby for 3. The rebound by Maxey. And Maxey's got the ball here for the Philadelphia 76ers. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Up top, Embiid. Fade away. Yep, count it. Now just a 1-point Knick lead.
Come on. I mean, what can you do defensively? Embiid is pretty much impossible to guard when his jumper is on.
Brunson passes to Towns. Outside Anunoby. Misses the three. The 76ers have gone 4 of 6 from the floor this third quarter. There's a minute 47 left to play in the third quarter. Embiid finds George. And that misses. That would have put him up. Now here's Brunson. 9 points in the game. And again, the Knicks missing. Here's Edgecombe. There's a minute 17 left in the third quarter here. For the lead. And George with the basket on the assist by Oubre. And that's now 9 points for Paul George. And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. A new lineup here for New York. Alvarado outside. It's Shamet on the wing, covered by Grimes. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Alvarado. Misses, and the dry spell continues. The 76ers have gotten 5 of 8 shots to go in the third. Outside Walker. Drummond inside. Robinson defending. The shot by Terry, no good. New York has got nothing to fall here in the third. 0 for 4. A nice shot by McBride. And it's amazing. Neither team has been able to hold the lead for any length of time.
Yeah, these guys are leaving it all on the floor tonight.
Over to the wing. Drummond for 3. Drains the triple. Drummond's got 5.
When you can shoot over the top of people and hit a high percentage from out there, you are in rare company.
And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. 3 quarters of play and a close one here. Sixers ahead, up 2. And time for a short break. Stay right there. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, he made it look simple, but that's not always easy to execute.
And time for us to get back into it here in Game 1. They've got Jose Alvarado. Landry Shamet is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then there's Mitchell Robinson, and it's McBride in at the 2 spot. That's the 5 for New York right now.
Well, you got to love Maxey taking what the defense gives him. If the mid-range opens up for him, he's going to let it fly.
A nice shot by McBride.
That's a clutch shot by a big-time shooter. And where's the D?
Maxey feeling it out a bit. And he banks in the layup. And the 76ers lead by 3.
And that's the thing about Maxey. He is wiry strong. You see him there, absorb the contact, stay on balance, and finish.
Here's Towns. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the 76ers.
You have to be a fan of the energy they played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
And they have also done a great job capitalizing on turnovers. Whenever they get a steal, they are off to the races. They're going to try to keep that going.
Knicks shooting has been great this game. 58%. Shamet. Rebound by Philadelphia. Here's Terry. Drives. Pass to Maxey. shot off the mark.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
McBride with it to the paint. Robinson gets the bucket. Coming down the stretch, it's still anyone's game.
Incredible effort and energy on both sides. These guys must be gassed.
Now here's Maxey. Alvarado defending. And Maxey, here we go. Alvarado with a rebound. For New York, they've gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. The 3 ball. That shot, no good. The Sixers trailing. Outside Grimes. Pass to Terry. Maxey against Robinson. Here's Terry. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by Robinson. If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Towns on a screen. Here's McBride. And the jumper is good at the free throw line. Now it's a 3-point Knick lead.
Nice shot to recognize the lack of D in that medium range area.
And so it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. So New York going with almost an entirely new group here. Josh Hart's checked in for Robinson. Anunoby comes in for Shamet. Bridges, he's checked in for McBride. And Brunson is subbed in for Alvarado. And the 76ers will have a different look here. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Drummond. George comes in for Walker. Oubre, he's checked in for Grimes. And it's Edgecombe in for Tarrant. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Nick Nurse had to say to the team. He ripped into their perimeter game and their energy level, saying to his guys, "You're just running through the motions out there. There's no hustle or desire to chase them off the three-point line or to try to get open looks from deep on the other end." Guys?
Thank you for that, Allie.
Well, that is a big bucket right there. Paul George understanding exactly what his team needed.
Here's Towns for 3. Oh, Cat rains one in from deep.
And in the big moments, Towns ups the ante, which allows him to knock down the important shots.
Maxey. Yes, sir! That one's good!
Yeah, that's a big shot by Maxey. He really has a sense for the moment.
And Tyrese Maxey gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Oubre against Anunoby. Maxey pulls it down.
Yeah, that's a sigh of relief heard from the bench. Weak defense didn't cost him that time.
Now Embiid. Oh, look out! Joel Embiid with a power jam.
Joel Embiid coming up big. So reliable in the clutch.
1:44 left in the fourth quarter. Bridges feeling it out a little bit. Now Brunson. Pulls the trigger. Ooh, the shot is off.
Practically a block. Good, strong challenge.
He didn't quite get a hand on it, but he did enough to affect the miss.
Now Bridges. He launches. Maxey pulls it down. Here's Edgecombe. Outside Maxey. To take the lead. Rebounded by Towns. For New York, they've gone 4 for 10 in the fourth. Now Anunoby. Shakes him. And counted.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
What a huge shot at this point in the game.
Outside Embiid. 35 seconds left to play in the fourth.
Big-time players make big-time plays, and Embiid did it right there.
And it's Mike Brown calling timeout here. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. Now Hart. Bridges fires. The triple Maxey with it. He brings it up for Philadelphia. Indeed, a screen on Brunson. Maxey! Booyah! He sinks the triple.
Well, controlling your heart rate in big moments like this is something that coaches talk about, and this guy can do it.
And we'll have a timeout called by Mike Brown. And Coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. Towns outside. Here's Brunson. Time. We've got more hoops coming your way in just a minute. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. Here we go. Josh Hart is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then there's Jalen Brunson. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Bridges in a shooting guard.
All talent there from Bridges.
Outside George. Screen by Embiid. The 19-footer. Oh, he can't hit it. The Knicks with the lead. Outside Brunson. Anunoby fires. Oh, the long ball, no good. And the 76ers shooting around 50% of the game so far. Outside Maxey. Shot clock at 6. Oh, no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Brunson with it. Guarded now by Maxey. And there's the foul. It's on Joel Embiid. That'll be a second foul of the game. Towns against Embiid. Outside Bridges. Clock at 6. Towns on a screen. Shoots a 3. Towns throws it down.
Yeah, 6'11", 250 pounds. Towns is such a tough guy to keep off the glass.
Now George. Ready off the pass. He lays it in. And we may have an injury here. That does not look good.
And you guys know that this is something every player worries about, no matter your age or your ability.
And depending on the severity of that, it could be next man up mentality.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Grimes is checked in. Bridges outside. Now here's Brunson. The D's right on him. Banks it home. Big shot.
I mean, towards the end of the game, you want Brunson out there, and he can do some special things for you.
Embiid. Outside George. Embiid, a screen on Hart. Here's Oubre. Stolen by Anunoby. About 2 minutes into OT now. It's been a good one. Takes a 3. Towns. Oh, Karl Anthony Towns. He's a menace on the glass.
And what a luxury to have a big man who can score like Towns. He's been unstoppable here.
Lets it fly from 18. Towns rips down the board. All right, Grant trying to seize control now.
NBA, if they can convert here, they might be able to close the door.
Outside Brunson. Shot clock at 5. Bridges. Oh, missed on the tray. Here's the floater. Count it.
Wow, what skill level to get that floater up and in right there. Nicely done.
And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
So the first one drops, and that puts him up 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Put a bow on this one. His composure at the line effectively ends it.
And Philadelphia calls time here. They're trailing by 6. All right, guys, what do you think?
Not an ideal situation for them. They've got to make a 3, then foul, hope for some misses, and make another 3.
George! And the 3 misses. So New York wins it. And it always takes a lot of pressure off a team when they get the win in Game 1.
It's the most important game of the series. They've shown they know how to beat this team. The formula's in place. Now they just have to stick with it for the next few games.
All right, let's go courtside to Allie LaForce with our player of the game. Allie, it's all yours.
All right, I'm with Karl Anthony Towns. Karl, congratulations on the victory. What was key in getting the win here tonight?
I mean, we played like we wanted it more. You know, we came out here and we just did a lot of great defensive stops. It wasn't offensive. It was more defensive. We did a great job. We got those 50-50 balls, put us in a nice position.
We could see and feel that desperation. Congrats on the win.
All right, Allie, thanks. Great stuff there. That'll do it for this broadcast of the NBA Eastern Conference semifinals. With Tim Legler, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. As always, we appreciate you tuning in tonight. And now, time for our player of the game, Karl Anthony Towns.